Hello, 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 my fellow Game Warriors. My name is TheGameWarrior, and today I'm going to be bringing you another Final Thought Friday. Now, for those of you that are unaware of what my Final Thought Friday video series is, it is a video series in which I talk about the more important events, the things that matter to me, that are in the news, or that are just important in the world that we live in today. And today, I'm going to be talking about a topic that I will say is probably not going to be a true final thought. When I announce Final Thought Friday, I generally try to pick a topic to where I'm going to give my thoughts over it, and then that's going to be the end of it. I'm not going to talk about it at length in another commentary in the future. But there are a certain set of things today that I've read throughout the news, through my online articles that I tend to go to, that have led me to believe, and as I suspected for many years of my life, that humans as a whole, the human race, Americans, I would say more so in particular, are generally inherently stupid. There are morons everywhere. You wake up in the morning, chances are before the end of the day, before you go to sleep at night, unless you don't leave your house, don't leave your room, you're going to run into at least one or more morons. We all have a moron in our life, whether it is a friend we have that is a little slow when it comes to things, not the brightest bulb in the box. We all have a friend that's missing a couple bolts on the tires. We have people in our lives we know that aren't the smartest tools in the shed. You're getting my analogies here. Hopefully you're picking up what I'm putting down. But we all know people that are stupid that we're friends with. We all know people that are stupid that we're not friends with. We all encounter stupid people in our cars with road rage incidents or in the grocery stores as you're trying to check food out. And the woman in front of you in the counter realizes after putting her 48 cans of cat food and 12 bags of puppy chow and half a gallon of milk that she's drank on the way up, she realizes she left her credit card in the car. So then you have to wait for the next hour for her to come back in, only for her to say, I don't have the credit card, but I have a checkbook. And so things like that in general. Obviously, we all haven't had that specific instance. That might be a little bit more personal to me in my heart. But we all know that the world is filled with morons. And I came across this topic today. I'm going to be talking about how humans are stupid because of a few news articles that popped up in my odd news sidebar on my browser. I always like to find the weird stuff. I like to find the stuff that people on like Fox News or CNN or the Yahoo homepage don't necessarily say. I like the odd stuff, the weird stuff. Man with 12 fingers is born, or I don't know, cosplay type stuff. I like the weirder aspect side of stuff. And I came across on this thing a few articles that I pulled up today to really enhance my thoughts that the human race as a whole, at least Americans, because I think most of these articles talk about Americans, that Americans as a whole are inherently stupid. And I am an American and I'm stupid on some things. But there are some of these people here that you're just going to hear about. So I'm going to read through the headlines of a few of these things, and you guys can make your own decisions. So first off, Lakian Deshaun Guy was charged on second-degree burglary after getting caught in an air ventilation shaft after trying to rob an Arby's restaurant. So this guy went up to the roof, tried to slide down through the air vent that's over the grill to try to find a safe or the cash register and get some money. And in his bright idea process, he happened to do so while people were working at the store, as well as people in the parking lot going around, and he ended up getting stuck. So that is your moron of the day, number one. The next is Patricia Ann Jameson was arrested on a misdemeanor warrant for the crime of nuisance injurious to health. And might sound a little weird, but basically what this woman did was she went into a courthouse and she took a dump in the elevator. As she was riding the elevator up, she pooped in the elevator and didn't think she would get in trouble for it. The next one here is Michigan man arrested after driving to police station while drunk to use the bathroom. So then there's that one right there. There's your next moron. And finally, harking back to the road rage incident, video captures man punching woman in face at McDonald's drive-thru for cutting him off. Now, the road rage is a little bit of a moron incident, but for the fact that he just actually got out of his car and punched her for doing it. We all think, hey, I'm going to kill that guy, I'm going to run that guy off the road, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. People generally don't tend to do it, but for him to actually get all bent out of shape for somebody cutting in front of him at McDonald's to the point to where he doesn't just yell at her, but get out of the car and punch her, that's definitely a level of stupidity up there. So anyways, going into this topic really a little bit more, we all know that there are stupid people. It's in the news every single day about the next moron trying to rob a bank, with actual pantyhose that are ripped for his mask, or a man trying to rob a convenience store where his only disguise is he Sharpies his face all black to try to disguise his identity. And just day in and day out, there are stupid people. And after a while, it really gets you down, because when you look around your life and you think every day that, man, that guy's an idiot, or man, look at her, she doesn't know how to drive, he doesn't know how to spell, he doesn't blah 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 blah, you know, he's doing this wrong about his health, she's doing this wrong about her finances. Eventually you start to think about yourself by saying, if everyone else is stupid, am I stupid? Or am I just this one shining beacon in this world of idiocracy? Like, I don't know. And after a while, you do start to think that. And being around stupid people really gets you down every once in a while. I think, as I've said this many times, including throughout this commentary, that every single human on the planet, every single American, European, Asian, Latino, you name it, whatever culture you are, everyone has the stupid in them. It's up to the person. It depends on how they were raised, what kind of moral compass they have, depending on what their brain functions with, though. It all determines, a whole lot of factors go into determining whether you unleash that stupid upon the world or you keep it to yourself. And anymore, it seems increasingly over the past handful of years, that stupidity has just been coming out in bigger and bigger waves, especially from the articles that I did read to you today. However, in all of this areas of stupidity and all of the people that are just morons and stupid and dumb, and you can name your own adjective, then you have the smart people. You have this kid, I'm trying to find his name. It looks like it is Quasi Enan, or a 9. I'm not for sure how to pronounce his name. High school student, was accepted to all 8 Ivy League schools. Now, first off, that doesn't happen very often. Harvard's acceptance rate this year was only 5.9%, so he was accepted. But here are the schools he was accepted to. He was accepted to Dartmouth, Columbia, Princeton, Cornell, Brown, Yale, Penn, and Harvard. I might be wrong on Penn, I'm not for sure. But those are all the ones he was accepted to. This kid is so smart to be able to be in this 1/1,000,000% of people to be accepted to all of these schools. It is something that doesn't happen very often. And when you look at an article like that, you see this high school kid accepted to all of these colleges, getting scholarships potentially for all of these colleges, and then you look over at a news story from, I think it was a week ago, from a woman attacks a man, her husband. A wife attacks her husband with a box cutter, trying to cut off his genitals because he wouldn't buy her a McFlurry. That's a true story. You can look it back up. The McFlurry thing, the instance might be wrong, but the woman attacked him with a box cutter to try to get his genitals. Another woman lit her husband's car on fire while he was in it. Some of this stuff is rage, but most of this stuff is just accompanied by pure, just simple, sweet stupidity. And it's dumb. But when you see how messed up the world is, I've been talking about this dating back to my going to my Do Aliens Exist Final Thought Friday. I believe we as humans know that we're flawed. We know that we're effed up. We know that we're not perfect in any way whatsoever. And so we always try to just look for other things. We always try to make ourselves feel better. And I think that's one of the reasons why when you go to the news, there'll be like the Malaysian airline coverage. There'll be the Fort Hood thing, which is recent, and God be with everyone there, or best wishes to everyone there that was harmed with that event. But there's the Malaysian stuff, there's the Fort Hood things, and there's stuff about the economy. And then the news shows the stupid people. They show the little things, the random things, because people know that they're stupid. Everyone's stupid. I'm stupid. That kid that got into all those schools, he might not be stupid at education, but he's stupid in something. He might not be a good computer guy. He might not be good at video games. He might not be good at driving. Everyone has something to which they are a moron at. And no one likes to feel that way. No one wants to admit that, yeah, I'm stupid, I'm an idiot, I don't know quantum physics, I don't even know algebra. Nobody wants to admit that, so they like to look at other people, at the woman that's trying to cut off her husband's genitals with a box cutter. They try to look at the people that punch somebody in the McDonald's drive-thru. They try to look at the people that try to rob Arby's by going through the air vent. And they watch these people and look at this stuff to try to feel better about themselves. So my final thought for this Final Thought Friday is, you might be a moron, but I am right there with you till the end. If you did enjoy this video, please leave it a like, comment, rate, subscribe, but most importantly, have a very stupid day.